FLOSSTUBE, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm the Lancashire Stitcher. Today is Sunday the 22nd of August 2021 and this is FLOSSTUBE number 26. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel mainly about cross stitch, but I do include other crafts sometimes, and if you're returning, welcome back. I am filming later in the day than I would normally, apart from it being Sunday obviously. It's early afternoon now. I usually film mid-morning. It's just that my husband's gone away today for a couple of days on a golf event, and you may recall in my last video I mentioned that my sewing machine had broken and I had to buy a new one, my washing machine had broken and I had to buy a new one, and I was waiting for the third thing to go because these things always happen in threes, as we know. And it worked out, it was my laptop. So yeah, I was on the laptop the other day doing some business stuff, and it decided it wasn't working properly, it wouldn't come on, it wouldn't put certain things on, it was taking forever to do anything, and it was just a nightmare. So luckily my son is good with how computers work. So I asked him if he'd have a look at it. I took it on Thursday to him and said, can you look at it over the next couple of days, bring it back to me on Sunday. So basically he had to put a new drive in it. Something had gone wrong with the hard drive and he's put some solid drive in it. No idea, but yeah, he said it'll work a lot better now. So I've had to install programs that I normally use for video editing and for my business, and so yeah, it's been one of them days already, but at least I've not had to go out and buy a new laptop. So yeah, so I'm here. I'll talk about my couple of days away. As you know, I was going to the Patchwork Rabbit yesterday and I've been away since Friday, came back last night, so I am quite tired, but I'm fine. I'm a lot better than I was in my last video. My last video I was ill for about another few days. I didn't do any stitching for a few days, and that will show in what I've got to show you. But yeah, it's been another one of those 2 weeks, so yeah, but I am feeling a lot better now. I've had a few days rest, so yeah, I'm great now. I want to thank people who've bought me a coffee using the link in the description box. It's much appreciated. It helps me to send off the giveaways and things like that. So yeah, thanks for that. I have a few finishes to show you. Not fully finishes, but finished stitching on them. One I only finished this morning. But yeah, the first one I'm going to show you is, and it's got a big crease in it, is Halloween Jumble by The Drawn Thread. This wasn't too far off a finish when I last showed it, but I've finished off the blocks and I also did all the spiders in it. So yeah, I'm happy with that. It just needs to have a good iron and then I'll finish it in some way. That one. My next finish, put it down, is Autumn ABCs by Little House Needleworks. So I've done this on some two-tone banding, and it's completely finished. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. So yeah, totally finished off. Scarecrow's finished, all the letters are done. So yeah, I do like this, so the colours are really nice. There we go. So I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this one yet. I'll have to have a think about it. Might just do some bell pull ends like I did with the other one. But I'll have a think. And then my other finish is the one I only finished this morning. And this is the reason I don't have many whips to show, apart from not stitching for a few days. Here's my board for this. It is my Heirloom Christmas sampler by not the Drawn Thread, it's by the Victoria Sampler. So I'll put it a bit closer so you can see. So it's all done down there, and then I'll put it up and then I can show you that bit. That there, you're not going to see that very well. Let's turn the board over to the cream side, see if that helps. So I put a picture of this when I'd finished up to the Merry Christmas. I think I showed it on my last video too. I put it on Instagram saying I don't know whether I'm going to do the bottom bit. It looks a bit scary and people said, oh, you got to do it, you got to do it. It's gorgeous. So I did it. It took a few days. I used a few videos. See that? There we go. You can see that now there, can't you? I used a video by Stitching with a Smile for the wrapped bars and dove eyes at the top in the hearts, and then the bottom that's got partial Greek crosses in it, which I used a video by the Victoria Sampler on YouTube to do those. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that's turned out. It's not the tidiest, it's my first Hardanger. The worst bit was actually cutting the threads. That was quite nerve-wracking because you're trying to make sure you don't cut the wrong threads and you know, you don't cut too many threads. But yeah, I managed to do it, so I'm really happy with that. This is definitely getting framed. I'm not sure if I can get a frame that size, but I shall have a look. But yeah, I also had to buy beads because there's quite a lot of beads in that bottom bit. And then I hadn't got the beads for this bit here, and there's some gold beads there, and then there's quite a lot of white and gold beads in there. When I went to the Patchwork Rabbit yesterday, I just bought some Mill Hill beads, some petite white and some gold beads, just to finish it off because I'd lost the beads from the original accessory pack. But they're a good match, they look fine. The original beads was it SJ Designs beads, so yeah. But I'm really happy with that, and like I say, it's definitely getting framed. So yeah. So apparently you can't get the accessory pack for this anymore. Somebody had asked me about it, but apparently the Victoria Sampler have stopped doing them, which seems a bit silly when you can still get the chart. But yeah. Okay, right, whips. As I said, I've not got so many whips, but I'll show you the ones I do have. First one is my Lady of the Flag. I didn't stitch on this the Sunday after my video because I wasn't very well, but I did stitch on it last Sunday. I did some more of the flag and then I did her arm. That's put most of her arm there. I'm going to stitch on this later on today when I've sorted my video out. This is 32 count Hurricane Merano Lagana by Paul Stitches. So yeah, do you like that design? It's a lovely stitch. And then my next one is Believe by Mill Hill. This is my Mill Hill Monday piece. And again, I didn't stitch on it the other week, but I did stitch on it last Monday. And I'm doing the blue outline now. And I also did, I filled in his jacket. You might see there's a misstitch there. That's where the star button goes. I'll show you on the chat. There's this star button here. That's where that goes. So all I've got to do is this outline and the word believe. So yeah, really happy with how he's coming out. So yeah, that's my Mill Hill piece. My next one is my travel stitch, which is Flamingle Bells by Hands On Design. I stitched this in the library on Wednesdays when I volunteer. I didn't take it away with me. I thought I'll leave it for the library. Because it's quite a quick stitch anyway. And that is what I've got done. So Flamingo is done. He's completely done. And then I've also done this part of this wreath here that goes in an arch above his head. So yeah, this is Mistletoe 32 count even weave by Jane's Attic. And then my next one is Temperature Typography by Stitching Mummy. It's up to date as far as Thursday. I stitched on it on Friday. I took this away with me and I stitched it on Friday night when I was in my hotel room. But yeah, I've not stitched on it since I got home. So, and it always looks a mess at the front where the green and yellow is on the video, but it's fine in real life. As you can see, August isn't very nice. It's green mainly, a little bit of yellow. I think the maximum temperature so far has been 21 degrees Celsius. The minimum has been 16, I think. So yeah, not a very nice August, considering we had these nice oranges in July when it got up to 30 degrees. So yeah, I don't think the temperature is going to get up as high as that for the rest of August, but you never know. We'll see how it goes. So, yeah. And then my last whip is Spooked by Lizzie Kate. This was one of the mystery pieces that they did a few years ago, and I'm on part 1, and I have had fun with this. So that is what I've got done so far. There is a bit, oh, there we go. So basically, I'd done some of this when I went to Benidorm a few years ago, and I already had this black square done here, but it was wrong, as I found out when I was trying to do the leaf inside it. I'd done it as a 10 by 10 square, 10 stitches by 10 stitches, and it worked out it's not 10 stitches by 10 stitches, it's 10 stitches long, but then it's about 14 stitches wide. So I'd actually stitched quite a bit over here, and I ended up having to unstitch it because this was wrong. So this was in the wrong place. But I've managed to do the square again. I've done the leaf, I've done the ghost, and then I've done this bit here as well. I had some of this done, I think the black bit of it was done, so I've done the rest of that. So yeah, this is 32 count ale, Belfast linen by Picture This Plus. So yeah, so they're my whips. Yeah, as I said, I didn't have a lot. I've spent a lot of time on the Heirloom Christmas sampler, and then I had a few days where I didn't stitch, which must have been the first few days of the year that I haven't stitched. But yeah, okay, so giveaway. The giveaway. So in my last video, I said I had 2 giveaways. The first one was One Nation by Bygone Stitches, which is my chart. The winner of this is Jean Draper. So congratulations, Jean. If you send me an email, my email's in the description box below, I'll get it in the post to you. And the other one was this kit of an egg with what I think is Lily of the Valley. And the winner of this is Jack and Sprat. So congratulations. If you send me an email, I'll get it in the post to you. So there we go. I'm not going to do a giveaway this time. I had a look last night, and it's when I do my next video, it's almost the year anniversary. I filmed my first video on the 10th of September last year. My next video will be on the 4th of September. So I thought I'll have a nice giveaway for my 1 year anniversary. So yeah, so no giveaway this week. So my plans for September. I did say in my last video that I'm thinking of doing like a Fancy Lady, Mirabilia, Nora Corbett, Lavender and Lace month, and get some work done on my big pieces. So yeah, but the first things I'm going to show you are my letters of the month pieces for next month. They're both new starts. The letter Q is going to be Queen Sari by Bella Filipina. Looking forward to starting that. And my letter R is going to be Robin's Song by Little House Needleworks. I got the fabric for this yesterday, some summer khaki. So yeah, so that's them. Thinking about my letters of the month, I was supposed to start Princess Eliana last week, but then when I've gone to look at the chart, I didn't have some of the threads. It uses the new threads, numbers 1 through 35, which I only had a couple of them, so they were on my list for the Patchwork Rabbit yesterday. Pardon me. So yeah, so I've not started it yet, but I'm hoping to start it next week. And then that'll be worked on next month as well for September as part of my Fancy Lady week month. So these ones I've got here, I might not get round to stitching on all of them, and I know for some reason I've not got Enchanted Alphabet on this pile, so I don't know where I've put that. It must be in the box hiding. But yeah, that's one of them as well. So the first one I'm going to show you is Stargazer by Mirabilia. I'm doing this as a red conversion. Not sure what this fabric is. It's a pole stitched fabric, and that's what I've got done so far. So yeah, that's that one. And then my next one is Firefly Fairies by Lavender and Lace. Stitching this on a piece of marbled lilac, even weave by Pole Stitches. And that's what I've done so far. Some nice Krynic shiny stuff up here. So yeah, I do like those. And my next one is World Peace Angel by Lavender and Lace. And again, I'm not sure what this fabric is. That's what I've got done so far. The next one is Seaside Kingdom by Lavender and Lace. Lavender and Lace. I'm stitching this on a piece of Kynance fabric by Sparkles. And that is what I've got done so far. Yeah. Now this one, I've got this out. I was talking about this one with Heather and Stephen yesterday, and they asked me what my oldest whip was, and I think this is my oldest whip. So this is Sweet Dreams by Lavender and Lace. And I think I started this when one of my children were a baby. My youngest is now 27. So yeah, it's old. And basically the lady and the baby are done. They're completed. It's just this wreath that goes around that needs finishing off. And it needs finishing. As you can see, the fabric's quite tatty. It's also frayed, close to the stitching at the bottom. So basically what I'm going to need to do is to sew some fabric round so I can frame it when it's finished. But yeah, I need to get it finished. It's been in my box for so long, not touched. And I know I've done it, I've used it in my acrostic challenge at some point during the last year or so. But it does need some work doing on it. It needs finishing, basically. So yeah, so that's Sweet Dreams by Lavender and Lace. And then my next one is Song of Christmas by Lavender and Lace. I don't have a picture because again this is one of my old ones. And that's what I've got done so far. So yeah, just need some more spending on it. Get some work done on that one. Yeah. My next one is Foxglove by Nora Corbett. I do like this picture. Really nice design. Again, I'm not sure what the fabric is. And that's what I've got done so far. And the next one is Fern by Nora Corbett. I do like this. And I know that this is being stitched on 28 count Buttercup Joy by Sparkles. And I love that on this fabric. Yeah. And the last one I'm going to show you is Raven Queen by Mirabilia. no idea what this fabric is. And it's a Pole Stitches fabric, but yeah, that's what I've got done so far. So yeah, so going to spend some time on some of those over September. So yeah, we'll see how we go with it. Right, so let's talk about my weekend. Patchwork Rabbit. So on Friday I drove down to near Swindon, in the southwest of England. I booked a hotel in a village called Marlborough, which was a gorgeous little village. The drive down took longer than expected. I won't go into details about it, but basically I didn't get over 60 miles an hour for the majority of the journey because of roadworks and stranded vehicles on so-called smart motorways. Yeah, won't get started on smart motorways, but yeah, it took longer than expected. I went into Swindon because I couldn't check into the hotel till 4 o'clock, but I didn't have time to go anywhere else because it was late when I got down there. So I nipped into Swindon, had a look around the shops, and then I went over to the hotel. And then yesterday, I'd arranged to meet Stephen and Heather, who are the Crafty Stitchers. We met at Avebury, which is where there's a stone circle. It's a National Trust place now. But yeah, I got there early so I could have a look round. And then we met and had a coffee and a cake in the cafe, which was nice. And then I followed them back to where the Patchwork Rabbit is, which is a little village called Bromham, which is just outside Chippenham. Another lovely little village. So we went in the pub because it was lunchtime, and had lunch, and then I walked from the pub just down the road to where the Patchwork Rabbit was. And as I was walking down, a lady stopped me, and she was so nice, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so glad I met you." You know, she obviously watches my videos, so hi Jackie. It was nice to see you, and you know, it was a surprise that you waited to see me. So yeah, so I chatted with her for a second or two because I was already running late for my time at the shop. You were given a time slot. You had 3/4 of an hour at the shop, basically, which wasn't long enough. But yeah, so yeah, so I saw Jackie, and then I went in the shop, and Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, was there. So I said hi to her, and also Catherine and Carla, who work in the shop. And then I'd gone with a list of threads that I wanted. That was my priority because I thought I don't need charts. If I see anything that I like, I'll get it. But I want loads of threads, and I wanted some fabric. So that was my priority. So I'd gone with this list, and I managed to get most of the threads. But they didn't have any DMC black 310, which was, you know, my daughter had asked me to get some 310 because she's doing In This House We Do Disney, which uses a lot of black. I'm supposed to be doing this present for my husband for Christmas, which is a lot of black, and basically no one's got black. So anyway, so I went, and they didn't have any, and Michelle very kindly gave me some. She had a cone of black thread, so she gave me some of that, so I've got some black thread anyway. But yeah, and then I was looking at the charts and things, but like I said, it's just, you're just there thinking, I've only got 3/4 for now, I've only got 3/4 for now. So yeah, it soon goes. Anyway, so I've got these things. I'll show you in a minute what I've bought. And then I went back to the pub. Basically the Patchwork Rabbit had arranged for the upstairs in the pub to be used by customers. So I went back in, and there were 3 ladies sat there, and Stephen and Heather had been talking to them, and they were saying, "Oh, we're going to go and watch your video. oh, I've missed a bit out as well. When I came out the shop, there were two ladies waiting to go in for their slot, and they were like, oh, I'm so glad I met you, watch your video. So yeah, it's like, okay, I've definitely felt the love yesterday. I definitely felt the love. So yeah, it was nice, but yeah. You know, it reminded me of when I was teaching and you go into town and Mrs. Burke, that's Mrs. Burke there, and you know, but yeah. So yeah, it was lovely that these people recognised me and things, but it was like, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so we went back in the pub and these three ladies said, oh, we're gonna go and watch your video, and they've been singing your praises and all the rest of it. Like, okay. Anyway, so then they all went, and I was waiting for my friend Ush, because I knew she was going to the shop later, and we'd arranged to meet in the pub afterwards. So the two ladies that had been outside the shop when I came out, they came into the pub and we were chatting away. Anyway, so then my friend Ush came after she'd been in the shop. Again, she bought the shop out, same as I had, and then we sat and had a sandwich at the pub, and then it was the journey home, and basically, yeah, it was a 4-hour journey home. I just drove straight home. I didn't stop on the way home, but it wasn't too bad on the way back, which was nice. It was better than the journey down. So yeah, so my stash. What did I buy? Right, so as I said, I needed lots of DMC. So basically I've got a bag full of DMC threads, mainly the first 35, most of the 35, for the new 35 threads, and then a couple of others that I needed. And then I bought some hand-dyed threads, which I needed. So yeah, some Weeks, Gast and Classic Colourworks. Again, they didn't have all of them that I needed, but I got most of them. I got the beads for my Heirloom Christmas sampler. I got 2 pieces of fabric, and still in the bags. So I got some 32 count summer khaki by Zwagart. I got a fat 1/8, and then I also got some 32 count beautiful beige by Permin, which is just for general use. So yeah, I got that. So they're the fabrics and threads. And then I bought another Erica Michaels strawberry mistletoe kisses, which I really like that one. That's nice. And then Carla had put this on Instagram the night before the open day. Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee by Brenda Gervais, basically. So I got that one. And then the only other chart I got, well, you can't say it's a chart, because it's this one, Winds of Autumn by Blackbird Designs. I do have a few of these. I have Spell of the Moon, and then there's another one that I've made for someone before. I won't be able to find it now, will I, when I could find it? Every time I opened it yesterday, it'd be there. There we are. That one. I've made that for someone in the past as well, which I love stitching that. That one is called Bittersweet September. So yeah, there's another picture of it. So yeah, so I bought that. So they're the only charts I got. But yeah, and then of course when you're in the pub and people are showing you what you stitch, you think, oh, I could have got that, and oh, I should have got that, and obviously you couldn't because you couldn't go back to the shop and buy them. So yeah, but I am going to the Nimble Thimble in a month, apparently. We've got a meet-up arranged in a month's time at the Nimble Thimble. So yeah, I'll be making a list of things that I can get from there. So yeah, more money. But yeah, it was a really lovely day. I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, it rained, so I didn't get to do some of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to go and have a look at Stonehenge and things like that, but I didn't see the point in the rain. Plus, like, I was busy chatting with people anyway. So yeah, it was a lovely day. And then when I came home, I went through the threads on my list and which ones I hadn't managed to get from Patchwork Rabbit, and I ordered them off Lakeside. So I spent some more money when I got home. But yeah, I only bought threads, only threads. That's all I bought from Lakeside. So yeah, so that's I do actually have some knitting to show you as well. My knitting group started up again last Saturday. So the week that I don't do my video, I'm now doing knitting group, which is the knitting group near where my mum lives. So it gives me the opportunity to go and see my mum too. And it's basically the one from this book, Robin Octopus and Friends, and it's Charlie Unicorn that I'm knitting. I'm not doing the feet and the horn in grey though, as you'll see in a minute. So basically, now this bit isn't fastened on I've just looped it round to show you what it's going to look like. So I've basically done his head. I'm going to do the eyes bigger. I just did it using DMC cotton, but I'm going to use some yarn and that to make them bigger. So he's got a body, he's got a head, he's got a horn, which looked rather odd when I first sawed it on his head, and he's got some ears. So, and then I've started doing this, which is going to be his mane. Basically this one goes round his horn and then hangs down, and then there's going to be two others like this to have as his mane, and then there'll be a bit of one for his tail, and then obviously he's going to have hooves. So yeah, so this is Charlie Unicorn as he is at the minute. So yeah, he's going to be quite big. But yeah, I'm knitting this using Stylecraft Special Chunky. Yeah, using chunky yarn, not double knitting. So yeah, that's my Charlie Unicorn. So he's going to be cute when he's done. So yeah, I actually managed to do some more of him. So I've started one of his hooves, but yeah, we'll see how long it takes me to finish him off. So yeah, because when I go to knitting, I need something that I can just knit, because especially when it was last week, when it was the first one, and you're just chatting, everybody's chatting and everything. So I just took that with me so I could just knit and do that. Because I still have my little yellow jacket for my granddaughter and my little jacket for my grandson to finish. But yeah, I will do them eventually. It'll get where I'll just go and I'll just sit knitting and you know, but we'll see how we go on. So I think that is it for today. Let's check my notes, because I'm very good at not looking at my notes, as I told Heather and Stephen yesterday. But yeah, my next video is on the 4th of September, and like I say, I'm hoping to do a nice giveaway for my one year anniversary. It doesn't seem like a year since I started doing this at all, but yeah, it is apparently. So yeah, so thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody who I met yesterday. It was really nice meeting people and yeah, having people saying that they watch my videos and things like that. But yeah, happy stitching, and bye for now.